Hello everyone, my name is Remy.
And my name is Tristan.
And you're listening to the Weekly Outdoors. Hello everyone and welcome to the show. Today we're in the studio and we're going to talk about the outdoors again.
Guess what? That's what the show's called.
Yep. Every week it's the same story.
Doesn't it ever get bored? No.
Nope.
Never.
So how has your week been?
It has been quite busy, but quite awesome. Last weekend I went to a hotel in the middle of the forest. It was pretty awesome. If I would have seen the forest, because I was there the whole weekend for educational purposes.
So you had to study and learn.
Yeah. It started at 8 in the morning until 12:30 at night. Yeah, so it was pretty hard. But enjoyed the environment there, and we had the cute caterpillar. I don't know what it's called in English.
I don't know.
Well, it's the caterpillar with the...
It's the annoying fella.
Yeah, with the hairs, and when they touch your skin, it's starting to itch like hell. So I came home, I was just like, I think I got stung by some mosquitoes. So I asked my girlfriend to check my back, and she was like, those are not mosquito bites. You have been attacked by caterpillars. So I'm itching. It's like there's a colony of red ants walking over my back. That's really itching.
Continuously.
Yeah, but the greatest thing was... I have seen an animal that I have never seen in my entire life.
Was it the wolf?
No. Too bad. But I have seen a black swan.
A black swan?
I've never seen one in my entire life. And there was, at the hotel, there was a pond, and there was a white swan and a black swan in it. And the curious thing I am now about black swans is because this one was singing the whole time. I've never hear a swan make a sound, and this one was singing.
Singing?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was quite... Yeah, fascinating to see and to hear. So in my spare time, I was mostly sitting by the pond and just be like, you fascinate me. Hello, swan.
But how does a swan sing?
Yeah, it's a really high pitched tone that you hear, but then they vibrate it with their throat. So I cannot impersonate.
I'm waiting.
I can do a lot of stuff, but that I cannot do. But it was beautiful sound. So. Yeah, that's what I did, and most of the time just studying, working hard, and sleeping less, because the hotel had no air conditioning.
Okay.
And my room was on the sun side, so...
It's still warm out here.
Yep. So I mostly slept for 4 hours every night, so that was pretty hard.
Long days, short nights.
Yep. So that was my weekend. So how was your weekend?
Nice. Yeah, well, I'm still having trouble with my neck, but other than that, I'm doing pretty good. So I'm taking my time off to get better. I've been to the specialist, and they assured me that nothing is broken, and they checked everything, and they gave me a practice. I say like an exercise.
Yeah.
To
with the elastic band or something.
Just to make it feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
It does give me a lot of headaches when I do the exercise. But it should improve the restore of my neck. So I'll just cope with the headaches.
Yeah.
But I hope that it will be gone in a week, and that I can just go to work again and do my
I
stuff.
hope so too. Yeah, man. It's pretty hard injury you're having.
Yeah, it's not nice, but it's your neck, you know.
Yeah, it's true.
You're using it all the time. It's just like when you hurt your pinky or something, then you realize how many times you use it because it hurts. And
most of the time when you get a neck injury, the people know that when you have a stiff neck.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there and somebody's talking to you, and you cannot bend, so you just turn your whole body like, yes.
They always say, you have something with your neck? Yeah, because you're turning so awful.
No, I'm doing this just for fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's the way I turn.
Yeah, that is true. And and tomorrow I'm gonna do an awesome outdoor thing. I'm gonna go sailing. Yeah, with some colleagues of mine. We felt like we need to go do something because we're just sitting in the office working all day. So we said we're going to Volendam.
Yeah.
We rented there an old sailing boat, and we're just gonna go sailing for 5 hours or something.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm really looking for it's gonna be awesome weather tomorrow.
So it's a big pirate ship or just a
Nah, just a normal.
Yeah, my house represents my mind, so that's true.
I'm sorry, I just almost choked in my water because he says my house represents my head. I don't know how your head is inside, but that's a pretty awesome head you have.
As messy
there.
as my house is, my mind is.
Well, you have a lot of awesome stuff in it, so
it's alive.
Helps.
Yeah, my house is definitely alive.
I mean, I seriously think if you just let a kid from, like, say, starting from 10 years old, just walk into your house and be like, look, you can touch everything, he would be like, oh my God, this is a treasure hunt. I can find so many awesome stuff here.
I had someone come over, and yes, it was a girl, but she was very interested in all the stuff I have in my house because everything has a story. Because it's not like it's store bought. It's all secondhand, or it's a rest material from something I already built. So there are so many stories in this house with all the stuff that's lying around. That's amazing.
I mean, if somebody ever seen the show American Pickers, I would believe that they would go nuts if they go to this place, because they just go search for everything and be like, oh my God, you have this. Oh my God. I believe that there are seriously things lying here that you don't even know that you have it.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
Oh, for me?
Yeah, for you.
Oh, I know what I have.
No. I guarantee that there are boxes down there that you're like opening the box and you're like, I did not know I had this.
Well, the other way around, I have a few boxes that I filled. Like I'm not throwing it away, but I'll just put it in a box. Mm-hmm. And I know I have it somewhere, but I don't think that I would get it that quickly out of there. But I do have a lot of materials which I love to use, and I always am so much happier when I do a project, when I like to build let's say a stage weapon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to buy anything.
No,
I have everything in-house, and I just improvise and make something. So that's how I roll.
I love it. Seriously, if I were a single man, this would be my home. This would be like how I would live. Just have all my stuff here and just collect stuff from everybody and just put it there. And like, I'm going to do something with it sooner or later. Just stay there.
Yeah.
So I'm jealous of you.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah.
I like having it this way.
I know. Keep going, man.
All right. So last week, we talked about one of my bucket list items. Was going wild camping, as in like backpacking kind of traveling. Mm-hmm. But you told us that you were going to tell us all what your bucket list item is for you. Your outdoor
bucket list. So everybody knows all the awesome movies about mountain climbers and stuff.
Uh-huh.
So my bucket list thing is, I don't want to go to the top, but I want to go to like the first or second camp of Everest. I mean, Everest, K2, those impressive mountains, Mount Fuji. Those things are like, when you see them, they're epic. It's like giants just sitting there in the landscape, and you can climb on them. And the feeling that you're gonna have when you're standing there, even if it's first base or the second base camp, I don't care.
No.
You're just standing there and just looking down at the world, and you're just one with nature. I'm like, I'm already getting goosebumps just thinking about it. I'm like, I want to do that. And I don't want to do all the danger stuff, because I've done all the danger stuff and I've broken a lot of stuff with it. So
someone doesn't want you to do that.
True that. She is going to kill me if I do that. But no, I really want to experience just the feeling of just standing there, and the only thing you can hear is the wind and the cold breeze on your face, and just be like, I am just really small now. It's like Mother Nature can just do, and I'm gone. And I think that feeling is really what drives me, just to for once in my life go to one of these mountains and just go as far as I can go until it's not safe anymore.
Right.
I'm not going to do the risk of getting an avalanche or getting stuck in the mountains and freeze to death and stuff. I just want to know the basic experience, just to, let's see, the tourist version. So yeah, that's my ultimate dream. Wow.
So yeah, it's a pretty big adventure.
Yep. And it comes with the same thing, the journey bucket list, the wild camping. I mean, seriously, you're camping on a mountain in a tent.
Well, on a mountain or in a forest or in the middle of the road,
Let's not do that.
A little bit wild.
Honey, did you put on the lights? No, those are truck lights.
Like just on the side of the road. This is wild.
We're wild camping. Yeah, it's really wild.
The trucks keep blowing out my fire.
You get a lot of roadkill then. So yeah.
just
Honey, I brought food. It's flat.
Just having thrown in your face.
Oh. That's disgusting.
Oh my god.
I love it.
So wild camping and going to the Mount Everest.
Yeah.
I think your bucket list item is a bit bigger. As in.
Yeah, let's not compare who's got the biggest one.
But are you, because I said I want to realize the wild camping. It wasn't on my bucket list originally, but it's the outdoor thing on my bucket list.
Yeah. And you're gonna do it pretty soon. You said.
Well, I was planning on doing that in the upcoming year.
Yeah. So
what's your estimate on the Mount Everest?
I don't know.
In 50 years?
On one side, I want to do it before, not that I am expecting, but before I become a dad. So I want to be like, to tell my kid that whatever the world throws at you, you can overcome it and you can do whatever you want to. I mean, I got a lot of injuries.
You should bring him. Bring your kid to Mount Everest Day.
That's the other thing that I'm thinking of. Like, what if I'm older and my kid is old enough? I can do it together with him or her. Mm-hmm. That's also the things.
That's interesting.
To share it and to experience it, because I've seen a lot of lately the shows on the TV about the army veterans that have the PTSS. I think the whole experience of outdoor is a lot of times people think we are just loners. But I think the most beautiful thing is to experience those things together.
Yeah.
Whether it's with your kid, whether it's with your loved one or your friends. I mean, standing on top of a mountain, just looking down at the valley and hear nothing but nature. It creeps you up, man. And if you can share that feeling with other persons, it's a pretty awesome thing. And
also, I think the buddy system comes in again for safety reasons as well. So it's and for sharing and for caring to have a buddy. Whenever you go do something.
Yeah, I hope my kid is going to be as big as his father, because otherwise
that would be handy.
Yeah. If it's a small one, it's going to be a problem. So yeah, that's my I think so. I don't have really a time frame for it, but I just have 2 reasons. Read like before I become a dad, I can tell my kid, look what your dad did, or when I'm older and my kid is older, we can do it together. So I'm just figuring out.
Yeah, show them the world.
Yeah, which one comes first? We're going to do that one.
Yeah.
So, question for you.
Yeah.
What was your first camping experience? Where did you go? What was it? Was it Big Ten? Was it?
Well, that's funny because my parents, when they were still together, we went camping a lot.
Yeah.
And after my parents divorced, I went on camping vacations. Still with both my parents, but also with my uncle and aunt and cousin.
Okay.
So I went with several families actually on camping trips.
Well, that's like the Brady Bunch awesomeness.
I'm pretty much a camper in that way, with like bungalow tents and caravans and small tents. Mm-hmm. So that's why I want to do the wild camping, because I want to do it even more like survival. Way survival style.
You're not the glamping type.
No. I do like a good toilet, but other than that,
nope.
When I'm at a festival, I don't mind that there's no shower for one weekend. I'm fine with that. Just keep yourself a little bit clean, or just go take a swim. that's totally fine for me. Camping, I think that my first camping experience is around my first year, because I was born when we already had a campsite. So we had a rigid caravan, like the big caravan on wheels, with a garden on a campsite.
Okay.
So we went almost every weekend to the campsite.
Awesome.
And I went to dinner with my mother last week, and she told me about it, that my father wanted to go windsurfing.
Yeah.
And my mother was doing the garden. So when my dad was done with windsurfing, my mother was done with the garden, and then we went back home. So she was only working in the garden instead of being able to enjoy it. You know, that's the big picture.
Yeah.
But it was fun because I have a lot of videos as well from that time.
Yeah.
So I can still enjoy the all the fun we had on the camping.
Yeah.
On the campsite with everything. You know, like I said, we have a small garden, and we had so many neighbors who were standing there every weekend. So we had so many extra neighbors. Than just at home, also on the campsite. And other vacations, like I said, also with my uncle and aunt, we went to Italy, we went to France. With family, we went as well, but mostly with family, we went with houses, so not much campsites. And I really like it, just walking barefoot. Playing in streams, I like that the most. With my cousin, we always build dams, and once
it's like I hear my own childhood.
Oh yeah, once we had a campsite at the river, so it was you step out of your tent, and in 2 seconds you're in the water, and it was a very wide river.
Yeah,
and the current was pretty quick.
Yeah,
so we went up the stream with our inflatable boat, and then we went down the stream. But we were bumping our ass on the rocks. So what we did, we turned the boats around and put them upside down and ride them on top of, on top of the bottom. Yeah. So all those kinds of interesting memories come back up when I think about camping. So I really like that.
Yeah. Well, the most thing is that maybe some people recognize it. The thing is, when I have it camping, and I don't know if it's homesick that I'm to it or just nostalgia, but the moment that you close your eyes and you just hear people walking on the gravel, going to the front side of the camping site or going to get some dinner, and you just...
Those typical campsite
noises. I remember as a little guy lying there in the tent, me little, okay, but just lying there, wanted to sleep, and you just hear the... people walking. That for me is like...
I think it's even more than that, because when you're on the campsite, then you accept the fact that you can hear all the people.
Yep.
So you can hear the social noises, which we are not expecting, or we're not used to it anymore, because we want every house to be insulated and quiet, and you're not expecting to hear your neighbors, not even when they're talking in the garden. You want just complete isolation. But when you're on a campsite, you can hear everyone, and everyone can hear you.
Awesome.
And that's so social.
You can hear people from 3 tents away or campers away, sitting outside, drinking their rosé, eating their French cheese, and just laughing, having the time of their life. And you just hear that. I mean, I know there's a lot of people like, I hate noise, I hate people, I don't want to hear anything, be quiet, shut up, blah, blah, blah. No. Just sit there and enjoy. You don't even understand what they're saying.
No, you can't hear it.
No, but that's the best part. You can't hear it, so you can imagine for yourself, what are they talking about? What do you think they're saying? I don't know. I mean, when I was a young kid and my parents go camping every year for the summer, we just go to one of the places in France, and I had just friends from all over the world. We didn't understand each other's languages, but there's one language kids know, and that's the language of just playing.
Yeah.
Whether it's playing football, whether it's playing tag or drawing, everybody knows how it works.
Oh, yeah.
So that's
I remember that when I was in Germany, and I was, I think around 15, maybe, that we were in Germany, beautiful scenery, of course. And we were with a whole trip. So we went with the bus, and there were a lot of old people in there as well. It was a complete trip. And once we stayed at a hotel, and there was a kid from the neighborhood, which I met. And then I just asked my mother how I can ask him his name and his age.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I could say in German. Yeah. And that's how we we traded our names and ages, and I can only remember that we played, and I don't know what we talked about or how we communicated, but it just worked. We just played with sticks. We played with a ball. We played in the pool. It was just
awesome.
fun.
Yeah.
And as a kid, you don't need words.
No, that's the best part. So like, my sister and I, we there are some things that we always learn when we're going on camping, and we still know it. And the moment that one of us says the first two words, the other one just goes like, I know what you're going to say. So, for example, there always was a table tennis at one of the campsites. So we had to go in front to one of the camp leaders and ask to play ping pong. Mm-hmm. So we didn't know how. So my dad said, okay, so you go to the front and you said, we want badges for the table tennis. That's the thing we learned. So you can imagine two small kids walking on the campsite, and the only thing we're just saying, we want badges for the table tennis. We want badges for the table tennis. That's what you said. So the moment that I see my sister, well, we're both in our 30s. So the moment that I say, we want badges, she's just like, oh, I know what you're going to say. Stop it. Or the French, you go into the front, you need to get bread in the morning. So we all already know, 2 baguettes, 4 croissants. That's the only thing we know. So you can imagine.
Just repeat it.
Yeah, I was a small kid. I was 10 years old. I just go to the store. I say, 2 baguettes, 4 croissants. And then she was like, ah oui, ça rebelle. And I was just like, what? But and the only thing I just keep repeating was like, 2 baguettes, 4 croissants.
That's a great story. My dad had the same story in France as well, because he wasn't really good at French. But he studied a line to ask the receptionist if they can stay 2 more nights. So he practiced the line. He practiced the line. He went downstairs. He said the line in France, and she replied with the whole story.
And he was what?
He didn't know what the answer was, because it was so well practiced that she, of course, replied in France.
Yeah, but that's the awesome part. Also, I don't think people do this anymore. I hope they do it, but the whole trip going to campsite. I mean, we go like the French coast near Spain, and we're just sitting in the car. And the car wasn't a big luxurious car. It was a small car. It was a Ford Fiesta, or a Toyota Corolla. I mean, small.
Nice and small, yeah.
Yeah, and 2 kids, mommy and daddy, and the whole car was packed with clothes. So there was this like the space that we had to sit was just like, don't move.
Yeah, there's no back window, and there's a big pile of stuff in between.
Yeah, in between. So my sister and I, we could not hit each other. That was pretty clever of my mom and dad. But I mean,
and if your father's driving, your mother has all the stuff like food between her legs.
And the map, the big map in front of her.
The map, of course,
and then suddenly you're gonna be like, oh, and then my dad was gonna be like, what? Oh, I think we should have had that exit. Oh, and then you're like.
And then a whole collection of cassette tapes or CDs, and
you had the Walkman. You had the Walkman, and then you had the big summer book with the cartoons in it and all the puzzles you can do. And
the summer books, of course. Yeah,
I was just in love. I was just like, I just want to do this all day. I don't just don't go to the campsite. Just keep on driving.
Yeah.
And you started driving like at 4 a.m. and just be like driving, and you came in like around 5ish. To one of the motels, just one night, and then you move on. And that was just like adventure for me. It's like, I love this. And my sister, she got car sick, so halfway the trip, I was just gonna be like,
pleasant.
I was annoying her. I was just sitting like, and she was like, shut up. But then you come there and you come to the campsite, and you drive on the campsite, and you see all the tents, and you see all the people, and you see the animation teams and swimming pool, and then I was just like, yeah, I love this.
Yeah, that's nice.
And still, if I have like a shitty day or I feel crap, I just think about those moments, and they're just making me happy. And I'm just like, one day, once again, when I'm a father, I would love to do that again. Just to go with my wife and kid to one of the campsites and just experience that whole thing again and see how my kid reacts to it. If he, experiences the same, I won't buy him a Walkman or something like that.
What's that?
Yeah, he would just have the tablet or something.
Did you know that the first Walkman in the Netherlands costed 700 guilders?
No.
So that's comparable with one of the first iPods, and
that's like 350 euros or something.
Yeah, but then again, it's also few years back. So it's like the newest of the newest. I was amazed with that.
And then you're sitting there and just suddenly you're like, and you're like, oh no. And you open your cassette deck and just like all green stuff piling out of it. You're like, no, there goes my cassette. And then you go with your pencil in it and you try to turn it back and then, oh yes, it works again.
This only works for the oldies.
Yeah,
listening.
Yeah, but also the later on, I went camping with a lot of friends and guys and stuff. We went climbing in France and still had the same experience that I had as a kid. They also had it. We're just sitting in the car and driving, and the closer you get to the center of France, the closer you get to the lovely weather, and just driving, opening your windows and enjoying life, man.
And my experience with, we talked about it before, the people in outdoor activities are quite social, in my experience.
Yeah.
I think people on campsites are quite social.
Sometimes too social.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. You have some
when
people
they hear you're Dutch, they're
social.
like, "Oh my God, you're Dutch. We can talk to you." Yay!
And they bring their chairs with their beer without, invitation.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I told you that I'm thinking about buying something.
Yes. What are you thinking about buying?
I'm in a decision moment where I'm trying to decide to buy or a camper van or a caravan.
So
yeah, I'm the guy that wants to buy everything for himself.
Yep.
Instead of renting. I don't mind renting, but the problem with renting is it's always different and you don't know what to expect. And I like to prepare things that I'm sure of. So in this case, with the camper or caravan, I'm looking for a camper van, which I can use as a van as well, which is just a van, and I can just keep it in the street. So I can use it at any moment. It's just a car.
Yeah, you can put more stuff in it.
No, when you take a caravan, you have to take it and bring it into storage.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you can't leave it on the street, so you have to put it on a campsite or in a storage. And a camper van, if it's a small camper van, just a van, you should be able to put it in front of your door.
Yeah.
If you pay taxes, of course.
True.
So that's the advantage of a van. But then you pay for a second car, actually, for a heavy second car, which you don't use daily.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't replace my normal city car, which is quite large as a capacity to carry stuff. But then again, a van is a lot bigger and useful for camping.
Yeah, well, and you have a lot of those campers, though. Those are like tiny homes variants, so you can just flip over a chair, pull up a couch, and then it's a kitchen, and then you put it back, and then it's a bed. So
they're so practical.
Yeah, it's really awesome.
I don't care about the inside because I want to have a good exterior because the interior I can build myself.
Yeah, I can.
I cannot renovate a car from the outside. I cannot weld or do anything on the engine because I have to have it done. So I want a good exterior and a good functioning engine if it's a camper, and then the interior I don't mind. I can renovate the whole inside myself. But then I was thinking about the caravans. Because I've seen a very small caravan, which I can tow with my car, because I have a small car, so I need a small caravan. Otherwise,
is it a chicken caravan?
Almost.
Those are awesome.
It's not a chicken. It's a knauf.
Knauf.
Yeah.
Oh, those are awesome.
And it's I've seen a few, and you have the secondhand sites, and they're all over the place. They're always up north in the Netherlands, which is quite annoying because that's a 4-hour drive. And if you drive back with the caravan, it's like a 10-hour drive. So I've been looking for a few, and I've seen 2 I really like. And I was thinking, okay, if I buy a caravan, I do not want to put it in storage. But I cannot put it in front of my door.
No.
Because I don't have a driveway. I live in an apartment building, so there we go.
So you're going to live in it?
No. Oh. I was thinking about, and I'm looking for, and I'm contacting a few campsites which are open the whole year and have a year site, so you pay for your own spot. Which I've talked to one today because I just made a few phone calls. I talked to one today. A few are just like, no, we don't, and we're closed and blah, blah, blah. But this one was really nice. They're calling me back tomorrow with more info. And I'm going to look to, if they don't offer this, I'm going to look to find it somewhere else. But it's a campsite which is open for the whole year, but you can only stay there during the summer, during the season. But off season, you can still go there and work on your camper or sit in front of it, but you cannot sleep there.
No, you have to go. It's like, no, the sun goes down.
You can visit, but
Bye-bye.
you cannot sleep there, which is perfect because I was explaining to the campsites what I want is a spot for myself. I'll pay for it for the whole year. I want to put my caravan there and use it myself. I have my mother use it when she wants to, sit outside instead of on her balcony. Which is perfect. And if someone wants to use it, you know where it is, and I'll just let the campsite know that you're visiting. And when I want to go off for a weekend, I can just drive there, pick it up, and go.
That's pretty awesome.
That's what I want. So that's what I'm trying to find out and trying to arrange to get a campsite where I can place my caravan to use it or to pick it up whenever I need it throughout the year. If they might close during the winter season, it's not too bad if I can't reach it, but I rather have a campsite which I can still pick it up and put it back. And when it's, it's like 30 minutes from my house, these campsites, so it's perfect.
Yeah, I think I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, so that's wow, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting. And I had a few pricings, and it's roughly 2,000 euros for a whole year.
That's not a lot of money.
For just the basic costs. And if it's a small caravan, it can even be insured through your car because it's just a hangar.
Yeah.
So you don't have to put different insurance on it. You can, of course, but you don't always have to. So that's quite interesting. Yeah. So the costs will be acceptable. And then, the maintenance I can do myself. I want to keep the exterior nice as it is and fix the interior as practical as possible.
Cool.
So yeah, that will be interesting.
You got me thinking there. I'm like,
I don't know. Maybe in about a week time, I can be like, I'll just wait a year.
Yeah.
And it made other people like very enthusiastic. And
oh my god, I want to know how to dance. How it is? Tell me.
Right.
Nope, not doing it anymore. Yeah. What? You had the back in the old. I still think people have them. Those what do you call them again? Folding wagons.
Oh yeah.
So it's like a small box hanging.
It's a big tent in a car.
Yeah, or some people have just like a small box hanging at the end of their car.
Oh, not even on wheels.
Yeah, it's on wheels, and then you're like, just why do you have that thing there? What's in it? And then all of a sudden it's just like a transformer, like, and it's a big tent. You're like, where did that come from?
Yeah. I saw one, and I might be taking a look at it. It's a camper van, but it's a van with 2 tents. So it's a regular size van with one closed tent and one extra tent where you can even put a car underneath. It's like a carport tent. So it's
your mobile carport.
Yay. It's huge. You have your still you have your van with your kitchen stove and your bed, and then still you have a big tent where you can put up all your chairs and your dining table, and then you have an extra tent with just the outdoor wind and everything. So on the pictures it looked amazing, and this weekend they're going to be on the campsite, so I might be asking them to visit if I can take a look at it.
I smell something.
Yeah,
I smell a road trip coming on.
Yeah, I do want to have a look at it, just to see it.
Yeah, I know how you feel. You're just like the moment you're so enthusiastic about something and you go look at it, you just have to be to yourself, I'm just gonna watch. I'm not gonna buy it. Damn it, I bought it.
I know when I'm going to buy something.
Yeah.
I know it. But I know I want to buy it for the right price. And I'm not cheap, but I really want to buy it for the right price. So when I think I will be able to get the right price, I'm going for it. Because I went with my my shifting moped. I've driven like 3 to 4 hours. I already rented a cart for behind the car.
Yeah.
How's it called? Is it cart?
I think so.
Yeah. And we drove all the way to Groningen to look at the moped. And
Why are all those... Why is it that all this stuff is up north? People up north, what are you doing with stuff? Are you collecting it? Are you hoarding it or something?
I don't know, but they have room. Most of the people have... because there's more... the ground's cheaper because there are less people living there. And in this case, the mopeds there are... they use it way more than here. Here's just bicycles. So if you want a bicycle, you can stay here.
Yep.
But if you want to buy a caravan or a moped, you have to go there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they don't speak really good Dutch. It's amazing. You mean, I think you're in the Netherlands. They can understand you. Nope. They talk the really, 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 really weird language of, I don't know what you're talking about, but just I'm going to keep talking. Okay, thank you. And you're just going to be like, and sometimes you're just going to say like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it's funny because I work in Maasdijk. It's close to Zeeland in the Netherlands. And not New Zealand, just Zealand.
Yeah. It's old Zealand.
And it's funny because normally you say good morning, also in the Netherlands. And then you can also say morning, which is shorter than good morning. Yeah. But you mean the same,
morning.
I assume,
yep.
morning. But there they say more.
More.
And they make it as short as possible.
It's like, we're too tired to talk to you, just gonna make more.
So you hear someone come by in the office, in the hallway, it's like, more. They just mow by.
It's like a moped coming by, like, more. And you're like, what happened to ring?
Yeah, it's so funny because, for them, it's very normal. And I'm always like, more. Okay. Yeah, morning.
I just keep thinking about the Jeff Dunham, like
yeah, that one.
Shut up. Love it. So
great.
Awesome camping. I feel I really want to go campsite again. I don't know why.
Yeah, well, camping is a big topic, but unfortunately, Tristan, that's all we have time for today.
No,
yep.
Don't leave us.
No, yep. This is going to be the episode for this week.
Okay.
For everybody listening, if you want to send us your stories, your information, your questions, or anything, send it to podcast@theweeklyoutdoors.com. And if you want to visit the website, just go to theweeklyoutdoors.com. And if you want to know what the site is about, check the site or check our other episodes on theweeklyoutdoors.com. Next time we'll talk about the website even more. And today was mostly about camping and your bucket list item.
Yep.
The Mount Everest. It was very interesting.
Mm-hmm. I'm satisfied.
I'm satisfied too. I think this is a nice episode.
It is.
And I'm very curious to hear what the listeners are thinking about this episode.
And for all those listeners who are listening to this, try to go to sleep with a deep, dark voice. I'm just going to say thank you, good night, and sleep tight.
And if you want a high-pitched voice, that's me. Thank you all for listening and hope to have you back next week.
And he's with a high-pitched voice. That's me. Bye-bye.